Blood flow problems like numbness, cold hands and feet, and that painful tingling are not just an annoying part of getting older. They are a loud, clear sign that the delivery system inside your body, the one responsible for getting life-giving oxygen and nutrients to every single cell, is starting to break down. If you ignore this poor circulation, it leads to things we fear most: memory decline, constant pain, and a complete loss of independence. But listen closely, because what I am about to share with you today is a simple doctor-approved solution using just 2 essential vitamins. These 2 powerhouse nutrients can actually rebuild and refresh your circulation system from the inside out, even if you are over 60. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what they are, how to take them, and the one mistake most people make that completely blocks their benefits. I promise your life does not have to be limited by poor circulation. My name is Dr. Sandra Sarati, and for the last 20 years, I have helped thousands of seniors just like you restore their health and vitality by focusing on simple science-backed nutritional strategies. The root cause of almost all senior circulation problems is something called endothelial dysfunction. Think of your blood flow system like the water pipes in an old house. When you were young, those pipes, which are your arteries and veins, were clean, flexible, and wide open. Blood zipped through effortlessly. But as we age, especially past 60, decades of silent inflammation, exposure to toxins, and even common dietary choices cause the smooth inner lining of those pipes, called the endothelium, to become stiff, sticky, and damaged. This is not about a massive blockage yet. This is about the tiny microscopic ability of your vessels to dilate and constrict properly. When that ability is compromised, the small capillaries, the tiny little vessels that feed your toes, your fingertips, and your brain start to starve. That is when you feel the numbness, the constant coldness, and the weakness. The good news is that this damage is reversible, but you need the right tools to fix the pipelining itself. Most seniors do not know this next part. The first and most critical vitamin for reversing endothelial damage and restoring proper blood flow is vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form. Now, most people know about vitamin K for blood clotting, but K2 is a completely different player in the game of senior health. Imagine vitamin K2 as the traffic controller for calcium inside your body. You need calcium for strong bones. But when you have endothelial damage, calcium can start to deposit where it does not belong in the soft tissues of your arterial walls. This process is called arterial calcification, and it is what makes your arteries stiff, like old plastic tubing, instead of elastic and flexible, like a healthy rubber hose. Vitamin K2 MK7 activates specific proteins that literally grab the excess calcium out of your arteries and redirect it into your bones and teeth where it belongs. By cleaning the calcium buildup out of the artery walls, vitamin K2 makes your vessels pliable again, allowing them to expand and contract correctly. This immediately improves the volume and speed of blood flow, especially to those farthest reaches like your feet. We are not just covering up a symptom here, we are addressing the literal physical hardening of your arteries. A lack of K2 is one of the biggest hidden drivers of age-related circulation problems. The recommended dosage for most seniors looking to specifically improve blood flow is around 180 to 360 micrograms of the MK7 form daily. Stay with me, the next solution is even better. The second powerhouse nutrient, the one that works in perfect synergy with K2, is vitamin D3. Now, you may be thinking of D3 for bone health, and you are right, but its role in blood flow is just as vital. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin, it is a hormone precursor that has receptors on virtually every cell in your body. And yes, that includes the cells of your endothelium, the inner lining of those blood vessels. Research has consistently shown a strong correlation between low vitamin D levels and increased risk of cardiovascular disease, including poor circulation and high blood pressure. Vitamin D helps to regulate the release of a compound called nitric oxide, which is the body's natural vasodilator. Think of nitric oxide as the internal switch that tells your arteries to relax and widen, instantly dropping resistance and improving blood flow. When your D3 levels are low, your body cannot produce enough nitric oxide and your blood vessels stay constricted, leading to poor circulation and higher pressure. Furthermore, D3 is a potent anti-inflammatory agent. And since chronic inflammation is the primary cause of endothelial damage, vitamin D3 acts as a powerful shield protecting your arteries from day-to-day wear and tear. Together, K2 cleans the pipes of calcium buildup and D3 relaxes the pipes by promoting nitric oxide production. That is why they are the dynamic duo for senior blood flow health. The key is finding the optimal dosage, which for many seniors can be between 2,000 and 5,000 international units daily. But always test your levels with your doctor. That simple blood test is crucial. Now, you cannot rely on supplements alone. Your nutritional support for better blood flow must start on your plate. To get natural vitamin K2, focus on fermented foods like natto, which is the most concentrated source. But if you cannot stomach that, look for hard cheeses like Gouda and Swiss and grass-fed butter. For vitamin D3, sunlight is always the best source, but that is difficult for many seniors, especially in winter. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and fortified dairy are helpful. But let us talk about the foods that directly support that nitric oxide production that vitamin D is promoting. These are called nitriteric foods. Think about adding a daily serving of beets, either whole or as a juice, spinach, arugula, or even a small amount of dark chocolate. These foods provide the raw materials your body uses to create that artery-relaxing nitric oxide, dramatically boosting your blood flow naturally. This nutritional foundation creates the perfect environment for the two key vitamins to do their work. Beyond the two vitamins, we need to consider some secondary solutions for improving blood flow. I call these the active helpers. The simplest and often overlooked helper is hydration. Blood is mostly water, and even mild dehydration makes your blood thicker and more sluggish, putting more strain on your heart and making it harder for blood to reach your extremities. Aim for half your body weight in ounces of filtered water daily. For example, if you weigh 150 lbs, aim for 75 O of water. Another active helper is simple movement. You do not need to run a marathon. Walking for 10 to 15 minutes 2 to 3 times a day is like giving your circulation system a gentle, necessary push. The muscle contraction acts as a secondary pump, helping the blood in your veins push back up to your heart. This is especially vital for preventing swelling and pooling in your legs and ankles. Keep watching. The biggest mistake is coming soon. Let us transition the topic slightly to a common related sub-pro. Neuropathy. Poor blood flow is one of the main drivers of painful peripheral neuropathy. That burning, tingling, or stabbing pain, usually in the feet and hands. When those tiny capillaries do not deliver enough oxygen and nutrients, the delicate nerves start to starve and die. The pain you feel is the nerve sending distress signals. While K2 and D3 are essential foundational fixes for active neuropathy, you need to add one more supplement, alpha lipoic acid or ALA. ALA is a powerful antioxidant that is both fat and water soluble, meaning it can get into every part of the nerve cell to heal the damage. Studies show that a dosage of 600 mg of ALA daily can significantly reduce nerve pain and numbness. This is a direct fix for the nerve, but it works in partnership with the improved blood flow that K2 and D3 are providing. You must fix the plumbing and heal the nerves at the same time. For advanced fixes to your circulation, we move beyond supplements and nutrition and focus on physics. Posture and elevation are incredibly powerful, yet free tools for improving blood flow. When you sit for long periods, especially hunched over, you compress the large arteries in your groin and torso. Make it a habit to stand up and walk around for at least 60 seconds every hour. When you are resting, practice leg elevation. Elevating your feet above the level of your heart for just 15 minutes a few times a day uses gravity to help the pulled blood in your lower legs drain back towards your core. This is a game changer for reducing ankle swelling and fatigue. Another advanced technique is deep diaphragm breathing. When you breathe deeply, you create a vacuum in your chest that helps pull the venous blood from your lower body back toward your heart. Simple, deep, slow belly breaths, 5 minutes a day, can literally make your circulatory system work more efficiently. Now let us tackle the lifestyle mistakes that sabotage all your efforts to improve blood flow. The biggest mistake, the one that undermines vitamin K2 and D3, is chronic stress. When you are stressed, your body floods with cortisol and adrenaline. These stress hormones are vasoconstrictors, meaning they physically tell your arteries to squeeze shut. You can be taking the best supplements in the world, but if you are constantly in a state of high stress, your own body is fighting against the vasodilating effects you are trying to achieve. Find a simple stress reduction technique that works for you, whether it is 5 minutes of quiet meditation, listening to music, or gentle stretching. The second mistake is believing that all fats are bad. This leads seniors to use artificial vegetable oils, which are high in unstable omega-6 fats, and promote the chronic inflammation that damages the endothelium. Focus on healthy, stable fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocados, and the omega-3s found in oily fish. These healthy fats are anti-inflammatory and directly support the smooth, flexible walls of your blood vessels. The third major mistake is insufficient sleep. During deep sleep, your body repairs that endothelial lining and balances hormones. Skimping on sleep leads to chronic low-level inflammation and impairs your body's ability to naturally regulate blood flow. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. To give your blood flow a high authority boost, I suggest adding a few science-backed compounds. First is L-arginine. L-arginine is an amino acid that your body uses as a precursor to create nitric oxide, that natural artery relaxer we talked about earlier. Supplementing with L-arginine can directly increase nitric oxide availability, leading to immediate vasodilation and better circulation. The effective dose is usually around 3 to 5 grams daily. Secondly, consider adding coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10. CoQ10 is vital for energy production in every cell, especially the heart. Since improving circulation puts a slight demand on the heart, CoQ10 ensures the pump itself is working at peak efficiency. It also has potent antioxidant effects that protect the blood vessel walls from further damage. A dosage of 100 to 200 milliliters daily is highly recommended for seniors, especially those taking statin drugs, which can deplete CoQ10 levels. L-arginine and CoQ10 are powerful partners to your K2 and D3 foundation. Now let us put all of this information into a simple, smooth daily routine. This is your final action plan summary for optimal blood flow. Every morning, take your Foundation Duo vitamin K2 MK7 at a dosage of 180 to 360 micrograms and vitamin D3 at a dosage appropriate for your needs. Ideally with a small, healthy fat source like a tablespoon of olive oil to maximize absorption with breakfast. Make sure to include nitratic foods like spinach or beet powder, and consider adding your alpha-lipoic acid if you are dealing with neuropathy and L-arginine. Throughout the day, maintain that steady hydration by consistently sipping water. Every hour, stand up and move for 60 seconds. In the late afternoon, take 15 minutes to elevate your feet above your heart while practicing those slow, deep belly breaths. Finally, prior to bed, take your CoQ10 dose and make sure you are setting yourself up for 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted quality sleep. This comprehensive approach addresses the root cause of endothelial damage, cleanses the arteries, relaxes the vessels, and heals the nerves. It is not just a collection of supplements, it is a full blood flow restoration program. I want you to know this: age is not a sentence. The human body, even after 60, has an incredible capacity for healing and regeneration. Do not let that coldness in your feet or the tingle in your fingers convince you that this is simply your new normal. It is not. By giving your body the right tools, especially these two critical vitamins, you can absolutely restore the health and flexibility of your blood vessels and reclaim your comfort, energy, and independence. Take control of your circulation today. You deserve to feel vibrant and alive at every age. If you found this information helpful, please take a moment to click the like button below and share this video with a friend who needs to hear this. Your support helps me keep creating simple, doctor-approved health solutions for seniors. And do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss my next video on bone strength.